Next, we will be talking about bubble pressure. The pressure difference between the inside and outside of a bubble depends upon the surface tension and the radius of the bubble. The relationship can be obtained by visualizing the bubble as two hemispheres and noting that the internal pressure, which tends to push the hemispheres apart, is counteracted by the surface tension acting around the circumference of the circle. For a bubble with two surfaces providing tension, the pressure relationship is pressure inside minus pressure outside equals 4 times the surface tension divided by the radius. This relationship can also be seen in a graph. As you can see in this graph, as the bubble diameter increases, the air pressure inside the bubble decreases. Note that this is not a linear relationship because the graph is in log scale. One question you may be asking yourself is, how do bubbles float? To understand why bubbles float, we can look at Bernoulli's equation. We can relate 2 points below and above a bubble. We can simplify Bernoulli's equation by picking a 0 point as the point below the bubble, and then simplifying to compare the pressure below and above the bubble. As you can see, the pressure above the bubble will always be less than the pressure below the bubble, as long as the wind velocity above the bubble is greater, which results in the bubble floating. Another concern with bubbles is how to make them last longer. It is important to avoid a lot of wind when blowing bubbles because the pressure can be too intense and cause the bubbles to pop. The water quality also affects the longevity because impurities can affect surface tension. The main reasons bubbles pop is because the outside layer of water evaporates into the surrounding environment. With no water to hold the spherical structure together, the bubbles pop, which is why it helps to blow bubbles in shady, humid areas so the sun and dry air won't evaporate them. One way to enhance the longevity of bubbles is to add glycerin. Glycerin works by delaying the dehydration process. Glycerin has a unique property of being able to produce weak bonds with hydrogen. These bonds prevent the water from evaporating as quickly. Glycerin is also hygroscopic. This means that it has the ability to attract water out of the air, which may also contribute to its abilities to resist evaporation longer.